I got it horizontal. I struggle with that. So how's everybody doing? I got 0 watchers, so everybody's doing fine apparently. So anyways, I'm just doing this one for posterity, really just for my diary. Oh, look. My thingy thing bloomed. Look at that. I got more over there. This might have been one of them PCH dealy bobs back when they were doing that. Have you noticed PCH? They've totally revamped, sadly, they've totally revamped their website and they're going in a different direction. And they don't have their games anymore. The games were, I like the fluffy, fluffle bubbles. They are now, they're online, not online sales again for their merchandise. And maybe they'll be bringing the bulbs back because them were really good deals. Just a lot of hard work. But anyways, this one I'm doing basically for my journal, my diary. Um, I heard I heard if you're a man, it's a journal. If you're a woman, it's a diary. Oh goodness, that's another thing that's happening during menopause. Um, it seems I have congestion. Not only do I have like shortness of breath and what seems to be asthma, I also have congestion often in my chest. And this is, well, that was one of my questions today. What are you doing to simplify your life? Because, like, in my old age, I can't do, like, my knee now. Yesterday, I could hardly bend down because my knee is just messed up. And it's been messed up for a while, but it's not hurt to this degree and it's not stayed hurting. That's how you know you get old, when your pains just don't go away. And so, anyways, I'm having to simple. I don't know how people take on all they take on. I'm part of my diary today is going to be again why I'm doing this is to I guess have it down that today. Oh, look, the little chickie. Today I did call in and I officially quit from my job, and I just told him why. I was like, it was not because of the sexual harassment, it's because of the way it was handled. And that was basically it. I said in like 1 or 2 sentences more. It's like, you made me sidestep. You gave him a pat on the back and you made me sidestep him. It was just disgusting. It was disgusting. I used the word disgusting and I quit. But that's going to be part of simplifying my life because it was going to be very hard to be doing that at my age. Now, especially now that my knees acting up. I feel like Elspeth. My knees. um, yeah, I let them out yesterday. I dragged these out and I put them outside. I was going to leave them outside overnight, but I don't know. I was a little bit leery. I think they'll be fine. I might drag the cages out tonight and just leave them out tonight. Lock them in the cages and leave them outside of the shed instead of having to keep dragging them back in because that's a lot of work. But yeah, so I'm getting rid of how other ways I'm simplifying my life. I'm getting rid of all the crap in the house. I'm giving them away on my drawings on my business page, and I'm not taking on any more projects. I'm really limiting the shows I do to the ones that I either are really close, I really like, or are free. I gotta get some benefit out of it, which I only do about 3 or 4. Sorry, fingers in. I don't know. Oh, it's on top. Huh. I only do about 3 or 4 shows a year, just because you don't make your money back. I already did a Feral Women about that. But nobody makes their money back at these shows. Oh, my finger again. And she's got a little chick. Where's her little chick? Hey, Chickie, what you doing in there? She's still in there. Little Chickie, what you doing? There we go. Look at her. Isn't she cute? She's so cute. And then she's got her 3 chicks over here. But yeah, like my garden. Oh, let me go show you my garden. Or what I have of a garden this year. Let me show. Okay. I just want to make sure I don't put my hand over the screen again. See? Give you a visual there instead of just having a grass. Mila, I'm telling you, I understand. I missed your video last. Oh, I was so sleepy last night. Anyways, I had to work this last night, so I wasn't able to watch a video. I understand what you're saying about. I try not to do it, but I do it all the time. It's like jiggling the screen or moving the screen around real quickly as you're moving. I try not to do it, but then I do it. I catch myself doing it. It makes people seasick. I mean, a stabilizer is the best thing because even just this little jiggly I have here as I'm walking, I mean, to me, that's annoying. What is that? Is that a cat out there? I think it's a rabbit. I don't know. Might be a cat. But another thing is, I still need to get my glasses. I want glasses that I can just put on my head. I don't have to keep searching around for them. I'm going to have to get a style that I don't like, though. Because with the large lenses like I have, they say they can't put your lower, like your cheaters part, they can't put it high enough on the large lens glasses to make it to where, you know, they can't make it as high. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know how to explain it. So here's all I'm going to be having over here on this side. I'm going to have to dig these up, these milkweeds up, and put them in a row. Take the black tarpy stuff, garbage bag stuff, and I got a huge roll in the garage. And so this one, because it's all torn up, and because the milkweed didn't grow where I wanted it to in the holes, take this up, dig the milkweed up, lay the black tarp down again, and then put the milkweed in the holes, so I don't have to deal with the weeds. I just can't. This is another way I'm simplifying my life. I'm not having a vegetable garden anymore. I'm just doing the milkweeds. The only I'm trying to do catnip here, but you see how well that's working. I might need somebody to come and just rototill this one aisle, but I don't think it'd be worth the money it'd take to get them out here to do it. But look at them little onions right there. Aren't them pretty? It's purple. I don't know if it's showing up purple on the video. But over here will be, see, this is a squill. And this right here is a something or other. Oh, something ate it. I don't know if it's going to make it back up here. You see the little, I don't know if yeah, you can see them right there. Something ate the little leaves off of that. Them two were dollar plants, or $2 plants maybe, I bought at Hillsdale Farmers Market. And I got this bucket because I'm going to start watering from underneath like they say to get some good root growth. And these are my peas. The only thing I'm going to be doing is over here. These are the only vegetables I'm going to grow. If I'm going to grow vegetables, it's just going to be in this one area right here. And see my scarecrow. I still got to work on the head. I got to sow See how I have the frame right there? That's a hanger. And I gotta sew that up against, let me see if I can do this, if I can hold this. I want to sew it up against the frame so it'll stand up like that so you can see it. Yeah, that's a rabbit. Don't have my glasses on, so I don't know if you can see it, but that's a rabbit. And so these are all peas, and there's going to be other things in there. I'll probably use them for peas because you can have peas, I guess, in early summer, and then you can plant the peas again in late summer for fall peas. But from what I've gathered and what I've experienced, they are not a summer plant. They do well in cold and then they die off in the heat. From my experience and from what I've read, it's like I'll get a harvest in like I don't know, midsummer maybe, and then they just die. But then I heard that like you can plant them for maybe like you can plant them in late summer for a late fall harvest. I think that's how that works. I know I do have a planting chart, and it does say 2 different times of the year to plant these things for harvest. Now here's one thing that's disappointed me this year is well, let's see, we do have some coming up here. Well, I got one harvest of this, the gnats over here are just terrible. We call it asparagus. That's another thing about oh, there it is. I got a couple, and I was looking yesterday, and I had none. So these just shot up this last night. Because this was my complaint. I got one harvest. One day I came out and I got like 6 stalks, and I have not gotten any stalks since, except these little tiny ones, which are, of course, are newbies. But I finally, and look, this one, look, I looked yesterday, there was none here, and now look, today it is sprouting. Oops, sorry. Now look, it's sprouting. Let's see if you can see it. There you go. These were not here yesterday. I specifically looked because I was upset. So now I'm going to have to go get scissors to cut that. But I got the one harvest and then nothing. And then, these two today. So somebody told me, I don't know, I might have mentioned this. Somebody told me that they somebody had to, wanted them to rototill their asparagus plot because it wasn't doing well. They weren't getting any asparagus anymore, and I don't know if they were going to rototill and plant something else or they were going to replant asparagus there. I don't know, but the man said he rototilled and right away the asparagus started coming up again. So I think sometimes it just needs to be broken up. But I heard that, my friend said that about, I don't know, she had the side of her shed. She moved in the house, and for a few years they were moving in, and then like the third year, she's like, well, that's empty plot, that bare spot next to the shed. Why don't you rototill that up and we'll plant grass seed or something there. So her husband rototilled it, and right away up started coming crocuses or daylilies or whatever the heck it was. And so I guess it just needed to be separated or something. Something was going on that the rototilling sometimes breaks that stuff up and makes it grow again. And I would do it, but now look, I got milkweeds coming in there. And I don't know if I told you, but I did plant, I had 4 asparagus plants, the roots. I planted them up and in the ditch. I think that would be a much better area. I don't have to, that way I don't, oh, there's another one coming up. I say they're not coming up. Maybe that's what I need to do more. Just say they're not, complain they're not coming up, and then they'll come up. See, there's another one. And, I mean, like, look at these milkweeds. But putting the asparagus in the ditch, they grow better. Don't have to water, don't have to weed up there. You know, a lot of people say they grow well in ditches. So, that's what I'm going to do. But I'm not going to see, I don't want to break it up because I got the milkweed growing. I got a milkweed there. How come I can see it and y'all can't? Okay, the milkweed there. Milkweed there. I think there was a milkweed over here. Yeah, I got a milkweed there. So, I don't know. Anyways, thank you for anybody who watches later. I got no views. Have a good day.